Hey, folks.
I have a question for everybody out there. Who here's for Saberspark? All of you, will you please stand? There's the exit. Get out of here.
Stay. All right, so
I'm just
this
kidding.
panel, I know some folks still filing in. If you got empty seats, please, fill them out so we all can join in this cringe-like panel. This panel is called Cartoon Court, all right? Was anybody here at Cartoon Court last year? Okay. So we're gonna do things a bit different this time. Let me explain the panel, okay? This is all a bunch of just fictional trials, believe it or not, with fictional characters. And last year we discovered how much fun it is to work with cosplayers on the panel. So, you cosplayers who walked in, you might be regretting that you're at this panel. We want to lean into the improv factor of this. We want to come up with cases, with characters who can come up on stage, be witnesses, put them on trial. Let me go ahead and fill the audience. Are there any cosplayers who are like, yeah, I kind of want in on this? Okay. All right, don't be shy. And we're gonna kind of spitball together some trials here and see how it flushes out, okay? So how about this? Let's start off with, are there cosplayers who might be from a shared universe right now? All right, I see Joker. I see Velma and Shaggy. That's a good one right there.
Divorce court.
They can, rights to Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
You all up for that one? Yeah. Shaggy and Velma, folks. Shaggy and Velma? You really do look like Shaggy and Velma. All right. Well, let me go ahead and introduce our panelists here. Come up around this side, all right? Let me go ahead and introduce the judge of our courtroom, the Honorable Paleosteno. All right, Paleo. We even got a gavel. That's how official we are. Give it a whack, Paleo. Yeah! All right, we have our lawyer, ACRacebest.
All the Saberspark fans are getting really quiet now. Sorry, gosh. I really do like you guys.
We have our bailiff, Jaxblade. If you act a fool, he will throw you out of this courtroom, all right? And guess who is the jury? You all. You will decide how the court, ends up, all right? And then the judge here will make it official. So, Velma, Shaggy, this is custody rights over Scooby, okay? All right. I want to do a Shaggy. You got Velma. There you go.
Thank you.
That's yours. All right. So, Shaggy or Velma, who wants to be the one suing the other?
I'm suing.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Already.
All right.
Statement. So, does the defendant start or
The prosecutor.
the prosecutor? Okay, prosecutor, opening statement.
Opening statement. Folks of the jury, welcome here today. We're here to discuss an important case. A case not just of one pet to another, not just one friend to another, but of life and death. I know you laugh, but hear us out. Over the years, we have seen nothing but animal endangerment on this side of the courtroom. I mean, what really are Scooby snacks? Come on. The concern that we have, my client wants nothing but the best for one Scooby-Doo.
My esteemed judge and people of the legality system, I'm here to stand for Shaggy, the one person in that gang of criminals who actually did the work to take care of the dog, all right? You can come in here swinging with your accusations, your baseless claims of dog endangerment. No. And every single time you saw Scooby eating and thriving and being protected, it was Shaggy there every single time. Where was Velma? Off with Fred and Daphne behind closed doors.
Speculation!
If it looks like a three-way, folks, then, you know. But they're all there hanky-panky. This father, this surrogate father, stepped up and said, zoinks, that's my son.
Prosecution?
I'd like to call upon Velma. Velma, you have been with Sid Scooby-Doo gang for how long?
Give it or take about 70 years.
70 years. And we're hearing claims of things that happen behind closed doors. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Could you give us a lot of juicy details about what happens behind these closed doors?
Your judge, I object. This is a PG panel.
Keep it.
Courtroom.
Fair, I'll rephrase the question. You've known Shaggy, you've said you've been part of the gang for 70 years. You've known Shaggy for the same amount of time?
Yes.
And why are we here today?
Well, I've seen the things that he's been feeding him. I mean, when you look at the ingredients on Scooby Snacks, jinkies! I mean, it's just full of processed sugar. Not to mention, he's putting him on a vegetarian diet. Dogs are carnivores. That's just abuse.
Now, when the gang came together, it was Scooby and that guy that came together, is that correct?
That is correct.
So, what I'm hearing is that this gang of criminals, your words, Scooby-Doo was brought into a gang because of that man?
Let's say yes. Yes.
Let's say yes.
Yes.
Let's say yes.
Scooby doesn't even want to be a part of this. He just runs off and go, row.
I object.
No further questions.
How dare you with your new show that doesn't even have Scooby-Doo in it? You tell me. Jerry. Order. At least Shaggy here cared enough to keep him in the reboot, in the franchise called, might I add, Scooby-Doo. I rest my case.
Is that your closing statement?
No. Shaggy. Dad. Whenever there was danger creeping around, what were you doing with Scooby?
We were hiding together
Why were you hiding?
because we feared for our lives.
And who put you in these precarious, dangerous, life-threatening situations?
It always seemed to be Velma, actually.
Yeah.
Speculation.
No, it's not pure conjecture. I think we got about 50 or 60 years worth of evidence to back up that claim.
70.
One had the magnifying glass out.
Shaggy and Scooby were forced against their will into this life of crime. Mystery Inc., more like Mystery Stink. It is of my opinion that Shaggy and Scooby want to break off and live a life of peace, maybe a show on Food Network. That's what they want. And you want to know why Scooby has to eat vegan food all the time? Because you all use your money to buy pot.
He's the one using it.
No, it's secondhand smoke for Shaggy and dear Scooby-Doo. Now, I rest my case.
Shaggy. Are you high right now?
Sadly, no, they confiscated it at the door.
Shut up. Why did I do pro bono?
So you say that you and Scooby are often hiding together, is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And why are you hiding?
Well, we're put in dangerous situations involving ghosts.
And you said whose fault was this?
Well, it's Velma with the magnifying glass.
So Velma is the one who's responsible for Scooby-Doo?
No, she's not.
So who is responsible for Scooby-Doo?
That would be me.
So you put Scooby-Doo in these dangerous situations.
I object. They are victims of circumstance due to the irresponsible hands of Velma and Freddy and the other one.
Hello, Judge. The other one? Which one is the other one?
Daphne?
Yeah. How do you forget that one? No further questions.
All right,
Good.
closing statements.
Oh, I get it, and thank you. No further statements.
What's new, Scooby-Doo? Where are you? Probably in danger. All right? Every single time. Recklessness, destruction. That dog needs therapy now, which we will be making sure to compensate you for. At the end of the day, with you and Fred and Daphne running off for your wild goose chases, Shaggy has been doing his best as a single father to raise a talking dog. A single father. Doing the best he can with what he's got. Licensed food. I think the jury will know who decided on this one and the right side of justice in this corrupt world of ours. I rest my case.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, who thinks Velma should have custody of Scooby-Doo?
We win. All right.
Who thinks Shaggy should have custody of Scooby-Doo? Shaggy keeps Scooby-Doo.
Can we get a round of applause?
Thank you all. All right, bailiff, escort them back to their seats. All right, our next case. Let's figure it out. Any cosplayers here who, we got Leonardo from TMNT. Are there any TMNT adjacent cosplayers in the audience? Who do we have? Donatello. Okay. How about Splinter died and this is over their inheritance? Get up here. Guys, this isn't a rental. All right, I want Donatello. Donatello, get up here. All right, let's fill this out then. You did the prosecuting first. I'll do it this time. All right, Donatello. Let's give it up for Donatello. And the blue one. All right, Judge.
All right, prosecution.
It's not easy losing a father. When Shaggy died in that car wreck. The last case. Now I don't have to split the commission. Master Splinter will live on in our hearts forever. His trust fund, though, goes to the purple one. Who is there for Splinter time and time again? Fixing the TV remote, giving him pizza, not running off on dangerous adventures that gave him a heart attack that killed him in the first place. Donatello. Leonardo, let's face it, you're the worst of the four. I've seen Rise of the TMNT. Raphael knows what's up, all right? He should be in charge. Donatello, a great second in command. Leonardo, you're just overblown merchandise. Thank you.
Defense.
Wow. Does anyone out there have a turtle? Do you love your turtle? Well, Master Splinter loved his turtles. All of his turtles, but none more than Blue Turtle. He didn't even like Purple Turtle. We're just being real, all right? Money is on the line here. Inheritance is on the line. And Leonardo DiCaprio, Leo's hurting right now. Not just for money, but emotionally. Right, Leo?
I am.
You don't have to say anything, just nod sadly. Look at that. And the gall to try and take away the inheritance that Leo has owned, we will fight to the end.
I would like to talk to Leonardo here. All right, here. Use your microphone.
Fine.
I have some questions for you, Leo. The next case. Leo, what did Master Splinter mean to you?
Master Splinter.
Splinter?
I'm broken up. I can't
You must
talk
be really...
straight.
No.
I can't talk well. I'm crying on the inside.
What, are you the shell of a man that you used to be?
Just a little.
All right, go on.
Loser.
Tell me more. Crocodile tears? More like turtle tears.
He loved every single one of us, but I do know that he was very upset with how much money Donatello used to spend on his VTubers.
If you can enlighten the audience here, tell us more about these VTubers.
I'm not.
And where, for the morbidly curious, could we find them?
I'm not as tech savvy as Donnie is over there, but I did hear about his date the other night, and what he had to say about all of us.
I think this is you slandering my client. As a matter of fact, you say you don't know much about technology, but you know what a VTuber is? What does the V stand for? That's right.
I've got to keep it rated G.
Vendetta against my client. Might I remind the audience, our esteemed jurors, what color was Master Splinter's robe? Black. It was purple.
No, it was red. What are you talking about?
It was red's closer to purple than blue. So I win. I'm done.
Shouldn't that mean Raphael gets it?
Shut up, you.
I would like to have a chat.
Take that.
Donatello.
You real comfy there?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get a lot of things for Christmas.
I demand a mistrial.
I'll see you again. Donnie? Can I call you Donnie? Donnie T. Donald
Maybe
Trump.
not that last one.
Donatello. What's your beef over there with Leo? What's going on?
To put it in simple words, he's a bitch.
Is this true? Is that true?
I mean, $20 is $20.
I rest my case!
Well, we're done. All right, you all to figure this one out. Let's get out of here.
All right.
No wonder why he died. He was embarrassed of both of them.
Do you want to do closing statements?
No.
No.
Okay,
Jury.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, should Leonardo get the inheritance? Donatello.
The lawyers!
I love you, Daddy.
Saber and Race get the inheritance.
Leonardo, thank you. It's gonna have for Leonardo. Donatello. And the red and orange one are somewhere. I don't know. All right, that was interesting. Yeah. Cosplayers. Who wants some action? All right. With the red wig and the white dress, what are you cosplaying as? Thumbelina. Okay. Any Don Bluth adjacent characters here? What do we have? Princess Daphne? Oh my God. Yeah. Huh. Well, how can we make this one work? Anastasia, Daphne. Let's see if we can use all three.
Identity theft.
Anastasia stepped on.
Disney is suing you all for stealing princesses from them, all right? You all are one party. Come on up. I will represent Disney. Is there a mouse here? What's that? You want to be Disney? Can you do a Mickey Mouse? What, in the back? Not yet. What? Queen of Hearts? That's good enough. Get up here.
I got three.
The Queen of Hearts is actually in charge of the legal department at Disney. Off with their heads. All right. If you want to, there's a staircase over here if you want to use that.
Yes.
I kind of have to stay standing because of this corset, so.
Fair enough. You guys can
Don't
just,
choke yourself.
this microphone, you can just hold it, whoever wants.
Okay.
You all having a good con so far? Are you all enjoying the judicial system so far? Yes. The Queen of Hearts. All right. So you all are character witnesses for Don Bluth Incorporation. You are his lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And
Is Don in here? Don?
I think he is taking a nap. All right. All right. I'm the prosecutor, so I will start this off. Okay.
All right, prosecution.
Disney is a family company. It might be small. It might be simple farm folks just doing their best, but damn it, we're proud of what we make. And me and the Queen of Hearts here represent the esteemed, very salt of the earth people of Disney Incorporated Empire, Inc. to right a wrong where Don Bluth came sweeping in and stole the intellectual ideas of Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. And we won't stand for that. We want financial compensation. We want to make sure that these lights keep blinking in our face. And then only then can we right the wrong that was done. That's my opening statement. Thank you.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Hirasashi.
The more the merrier. The more the merrier. And seeing one company, thank you, one person that was clapping. Seeing one company try to take over an entire industry is disgusting. It's despicable. How are we supposed to let creativity thrive if only one company's in control? That's what I ask. And with my esteemed panel of princesses up here, we're taking you down.
I would like to ask some questions to Princess Anastasia. All right.
Yes.
Princess Anastasia, where are you from?
Russia.
Russia. Oh, I bet it's lovely in Russia.
It's actually quite cold.
Yeah? Very, very cold. Very, very cold. How's the family?
Well, I'm not quite sure. They're dead.
Oh, World War I, too soon? All right. Well, Anastasia, you are a princess, are you not?
Technically, I'm a duchess.
A duchess. That's exotic. A duchess. Sounds like a baked good. A duchess. Baker, give me a duchess. Give me a dozen duchesses, all right? Delicious. Let's say, all right, we're wondering who created you. Don Bluth, correct?
Yes.
There was another company that worked with Don to bring your movie into existence. Do you know what the company was?
Wasn't that Steven Spielberg? Fox.
Fox. Fox? It was Fox. Fox. That's right. I could have sworn that Fox was bought by Disney a few years ago. So, I think you should be on that side.
Consider my movie came out probably somewhere around 15 years before Fox was even in Disney's eye.
Yeah, but be that as it may, the rights still belong to Disney. So, unless you want to get fired, I think you...
Who's firing me? I live in a palace.
Correction! You used to live in a palace until the revolution found them. Russia.
It's a nicer house than you live in.
I do live under a bridge. This is correct. Me and Rasputin are like this. All right. All I'm gonna say is tread lightly. You technically do belong to the mouse. You know, you can sport your team uniform, but at the end of the day, the mouse house is the only one that matters.
Disney hasn't put me in any of their parks, have they?
And they won't at this rate. That's my, done.
I would like to call upon the Queen of Hearts.
Sentencing first.
Alice, get out of here.
I will go ahead.
Why aren't you up here? There's a literal court scene in the movie.
So, Queen of Hearts, you are here representing Disney?
I am,
Why?
because I'm Disney property.
You're Disney property, are you?
Good money.
Is that how Disney sees you, as a piece of property?
Not when I'm paid a fair wage.
Are you?
I am.
Do you pay your other cards a fair wage?
I do.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
I guess you're not working with a full deck.
A full much of anything.
All right, Joker. The idea of other princesses. So Disney's here. You guys claim that you should be the only company to have princesses?
The ones who do it right should do it well.
Wow. All right. So, in your eyes, are you looking at 3 princesses over here?
I see one.
The rest are paychecks. DeSantis said.
Do we all see 3 princesses over here? No further question.
But what is a princess to a queen? Cheer for me, please. Please clap. All right, closing statements?
Closing statements.
All right.
Actually, before we do, I want to have one more take, if you don't mind.
By all means.
Go ahead.
I would like to call upon all 3 up here.
Yes?
Let's start. Don Bluth. Are you close with him?
Oh, I love my Papa Bluth so much. I'm actually the only one he still owns because I'm a video game princess. And we are just as important as other princesses. I met Zelda and Peach. They are fantastic girls. And they shouldn't have to be shackled by the mouse.
And we have Thumbelina here. Thumbelina, are you close with Don?
Yes, but I was rendering a period of smile and look pretty, and I'm very good at that.
Yes, you are. No further questions. I rest my case.
All right, closing statement.
Oh, I guess
Closing
then I'll
statement.
rest my case.
All right. So closing statement. Okay.
Yes.
Folks, when will it end? When will we stop tycoons like Don Bluth from destroying small family companies like Walt Disney? Walt Disney has done so much for this nation and done so much for my bank account these last few years. All right? What I see here is a Disney remake of epic proportions. Don't y'all want to see a remake of Thumbelina, Anastasia, and a video game? I think we lost. I rest my case.
Creativity can thrive in many ways, but the best way it can do it is if everyone is able to do it. And are we gonna let some family company, little company like Disney, take over the tycoon business of Don Bluth? I think not. Rest my case.
Those in favor of Disney.
You'll get your check in the mail.
Those in favor of Don Bluth. Don Bluth gets to keep the rights, even Anastasia.
Let's go to Epcot and just cry this off. The Queen!
The princesses!
All right. We have about 25 minutes left. Are you all having a good time? Is there a Princess Peach cosplayer in the audience? Peach? No, the Princess Peach?
Any Mario?
Is there a Mario? I see your hat. Are you brave enough to come up here? All right. Mario, get up here. We have Mario on your end. And then Bowsette. Yep.
All right. So you got this, broski. You'll totally get the kids in the divorce.
Something over Princess Peach back. The Princess Peach is the back. Start with Mario. And what's the case? Hard times. Divorce case. There. You want to start?
That was it. Mario. A lawyer.
The judge. The bailiff.
Barney the dinosaur. Okay. All right. So, all right. I was prosecuting last time. Your turn. All right. We have a divorce case on our hands, all right? Okay. Unfortunately, Princess Peach is getting an operation done. Something about a mushroom in the wrong place. We are here because Mario's going to be divorcing Peach, and Bowsette wants a piece of Peach. It's a big old three-way mess. Go figure. I don't know.
It's a big mess.
We'll make do.
I'm trying to think how we make this work.
I was going to
We'll
say
make it
I'm
work.
suing him for medical bills because he keeps bumping me on the head.
I like that. All right. This is insurance fraud, if anything, all right? Mario's insurance bounced. He actually isn't covered, and he's been hurting Bowsette the entire time by bouncing on her. Maybe another case entirely. All right, so we're trying to get some compensation, damn it. All right. Yeah, you better go to church tomorrow morning.
Want to thank the jury for coming out on such long notice. Thank you for being here today. We know you'd rather not. I am here for my clients. My client that is... Are you suing us?
Yes, we are.
Shouldn't you be starting?
Nope, we're defending. Wait, I'm the prosecutor. As an experienced lawyer of 50 years, who's never made a mistake in his life, I'm here representing my client, Bowsette, for insurance fraud from Mr. Mario here. Mario is a homewrecker running into private gated property of Bowsette, destroying the co-workers of Bowsette, the employees, destroying the property, all because of a princess who doesn't even want you. You've seen how Peach looks at Bowsette's eyes, all right? And then you come in here with your sour attitude and your little brother and just mess things up. It stops today, all right? We want $5 million in compensation. No, 5 million gold coins and 17 one-ups, all right? That's what we want. I rest my opening statement, Casey.
Self-defense.
That's rich.
Don't we all like self-defense? It's a good word. Almost like insanity. The insanity that we have seen coming from this side with the audacity to sue. It's a him.
Mario.
I know my client's name. Mario. Mario has done nothing but try to protect the land of wherever the heck you come from.
Brooklyn.
Apparently. And yet, we're the ones getting sued? I don't think so. I think what we're gonna find out in this case is that this guy, what's your name again? Mario? You can talk, it's all right.
Leonardo.
I mean, there's a big old house with the first name on it.
Mario! We're gonna win.
I call Mario to the stands. I have some questions for you.
I'm already here.
All right. I know these last few years have been pretty tough. You know, jobs have been hard to get a hold of. You got Chris Pratt coming up into your crib and just grabbing the microphone out of your hands. But that gives you no reason to come to Bowsette's gated community, all right? To go recklessly running in there and killing the co-workers. I think there was a metal dog that got murdered as well. You are
His
a
name
murderer.
was Poochie.
Poochie. Poochie. Poor Poochie. This is tragic. Who's Poochie?
Hey, it tried to bite my salami off.
Listen, enough about Peach. I have a question for you, Mario. What is your relationship to Princess Peach?
Well, she's always
you
getting
this?
kidnapped by Bowser, so I'm always the one to save the day. And where's my brother the whole time? In the Darklands.
Ohio. I understand, all right? But are you and Peach dating?
Nope, she still sees me as a friend. I'm in the friend zone.
All right. Well. So you destroy property and hurt others on prompt for a friend.
Sounds about right.
Why?
Because it's what I do.
Because it's a me. It's a Mario. I think it's fair to say that when we have this beautiful turtle, queen, dragon, Koopa, got it, all right, who has stayed out of Mario's business, and for him to come just destroying property, that's not fair. That's called crime, all right? And I won't stand for it. I hope you don't get a sequel.
I'd like to have a conversation with Bowsette.
You may.
Thanks. So, you're suing Mario, is that right?
That is correct.
So are you sitting up here saying that you've done nothing wrong?
Everything that I have done has been misinterpreted by the media, yes.
The liberal media.
The mushroom media.
The mushroom media.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything. Everything. Where are you going with this?
What is your relationship with Peach?
The Toadstools and Koopas have had a very complicated relationship for millennia. It is under my jurisdiction that she is supposed to be together with me for contractual reasons of land and property. But I do care for her deeply. I wanted to give her my grandmother's brooch.
Oh my God.
That my grandmother stole from her grandmother.
That is beautiful.
But that man!
And what a man he is.
That man has put a wrench into so many socio-political issues. Everything's at war. All my Koopas are now bones. How do you pay a skeleton, Mario? How?
An arm and a leg?
You see the monster he is? How did you defend him?
He's out of order. I don't want to hear from that Italian talk again. This Japanese Italian.
So back to Peach.
Yes.
So you say that Peach belongs to you.
We belong to our people in the land.
Okay. No further questions.
I call for a. Actually, I want to ask Bowsette a question here, if I may. All right. I think I see where this is going. I think I see the root of the problem here. Bowsette.
Yes.
What is your relationship with Mario? A bit of a checkered past, but I got some questions.
Go ahead.
What is your relationship with this man?
It's very complicated. Some days he comes to my castle and hits me on the head 3 times. Sometimes he just runs into me while he's glowing with rainbows. But other days he's like, hey, you want to go ride go-karts or play golf? And then when I decided to be as close to the most beautiful woman in the world, Princess Peach, he made me hot and cold.
Oh my God.
You were an ice level to me, Mario.
Mario. What are your thoughts about Bowsette?
Bowsette? Well, she
That's
may
about it.
She may have the looks, and she may have the charm, but she doesn't have the audacity to be in the next Smash game.
It truly is a smash or pass. It really is. I think there's a common denominator I'm seeing here in this equation. Princess Peach, time and time again, causing problems between these two individuals who are spending a shocking amount of time at sidebar. Come here, sidebar. So Princess Peach is the problem, isn't she?
That's kind of getting that idea.
I think Mario wants to go down her pipe. I think he's got a thing for Bowsette. We should put him on a date.
Dude, we should.
All right, okay. All right, we have agreed in our closing statements here. You two are actually in love with each other. Princess Peach is guilty of all charges. She will be fire squad execution tomorrow. And you two will go on a first date at Starbucks. All right. Bowsette, do you want to take this Mario on a date?
Let's go.
If you're buying.
True love wins. Let's hear it for Bowsette. Mario. Yay. Go make a sequel.
Is that what you call it these days?
Yeah, right. For $20.
We're gonna have a sequel.
All right, we got about, I'd say, 13 minutes left? 14? All right. I see a case I would kind of absolutely love here. I see a Joker, and I see a Joker. Now, hold on. You're not vibing on it? I'm not Joker. It's the same thing. No, never mind. No, my mistake. I'll watch some more anime someday. Is there another Joker in the audience? Wait, hold on. Is there I see Mr. Krabs here. Is there anything SpongeBob related here? No. Is there anything money adjacent here? I'm trying to figure out like Bank of America versus Mr. Krabs.
That's a robot Krabs.
What's that? Who? I can't hear you. Rouge the Bat? Rouge the Bat versus Mr. Krabs? You want to? Why that one? Oh my God! Sonic Chew. Okay, I see Chris Chan. But I do wonder, for the sake of keeping this panel tempered, we might. Let's let that's a person. So, sorry. But Mr. Krabs, though. Why not? Get up here, Mr. Krabs. And then Rouge the Bat, get up here. Rouge the Bat stole from Mr. Krabs, all right? She was charged to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula. All right. Mr. Krabs. There's a staircase around the other end if you want to use a staircase. All right. Court case improv. You ever seen it before? You all are like, what the hell is this? All right. I'm thinking about Barney the dinosaur. How do we make that one work, maybe? What's that? Is Arthur from PBS here? But there's a staircase. That way, if you want to go that way. All right.
It's all good.
All right. Is there not another Joker in the audience? I see the one Joker. Or are you not Joker either? You JoJo as well. I don't know. Everything's JoJo. All right. All right, Rouge the Bat. Mr. Krabs. All right. You are the prosecutor suing me. All right, my client. Let's go.
Jury of Bikini Bottom. We thank you for swimming in here today. Already? We've all been to the Krusty Krab. We all know how important this establishment is to Bikini Bottom, bringing in business, bringing in tourism, bringing in the joys of our lives, the Krabby Patties. Am I right? We are suing here today one bat. Thinks he can just waltz right in and steal property from the Krusty Krab. We will win. More money.
Who here has ever had a Krabby Patty? How is it?
It was kind of mid.
Yeah. Soggy? Yeah. Tasted like crab?
No refunds.
Mr. Krabs owns the Krusty Krab, but he does not own the rights to burgers. Burgers that are ill cooked and served and are a health epidemic, all right? There's more to the story than what you think. What we have here with Rouge the Bat, she was hired by the health department to get a sample of the Krusty Krab to test it out and make sure it is good for eating. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not. You might not know this, but we're trying to save lives here, and I will explain it as the case continues. We have a vigilante of justice, not of chaos here.
I would like to call upon Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs, how are you today?
I like money.
So it's a normal day in the life of Mr. Krabs, except that I know that you're just absolutely distressed about what took place here. Is this individual the first person that's tried to steal the Krabby Patty formula from you?
Absolutely not.
So this has happened before?
Correct.
He's so small I can't see him.
He's sitting in that chair right over there. Front stage right there.
Watch your step.
You are the robot for Plankton, all right? Stand on that microphone. All right, we have a surprised witness here, Plankton. Plankton, can you introduce yourself to the microphone?
All right, then.
All right, Plankton. You've tried to steal from Mr. Krabs in the past.
Correct.
Would you agree that Mr. Krabs cares a lot about keeping the Krabby Patty formula safe?
In a cosmic sort of way, yes.
Hey, Mr. Krabs, you know this Plankton?
Unfortunately, yes.
This is one of your competitors, is it not?
If you say so.
And what is it that, actually I'll ask you, Plankton, what is it that you do?
I think of plans to steal the formula.
I mean, what do you pay taxes for? What is your business?
I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far.
I'll help you out, Plankton. So you got the Chum Bucket on the other side. That is a dining establishment, is it not?
Correct.
It is. And Mr. Krabs, do you have any issue that the Chum Bucket exists as a competitor?
Absolutely.
Not. Absolutely not. We do not care that there's competition. No further questions.
Sit down, Plankton. We'll come back to you, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, Plankton. I have questions for both, all right? We'll start with Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs, how many employees do you employ at the Krusty Krab?
About 2.
2. 2? For such a thriving business. Wow, insane. What do they do at the restaurant?
One is a cashier, Squidward, and there's another one. SpongeBob me boy.
SpongeBob me boy, SpongeBob. All right. How long has SpongeBob been working at your establishment, Mr. Krabs?
About 3 months, maybe?
3 months. 3 months. Well, I'm not sure how slow time is in Bikini Bottom, but here in the human world with bats, it's been about, 20 years or so. No. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Don't let that affect my outcome. How much do you pay SpongeBob per week? Per hour? What's his wage?
A penny?
A penny? A penny.
It's a new penny. It's
a
shiny.
penny.
A shiny penny.
Shiny penny.
So, not only do you have food that is giving people food poisoning, but you also woefully underpay your staff. Must be a pretty hefty profit margin you're securing yourself there, Mr. Krabs. I call Plankton to the stage. Plankton, you've been colleagues with Mr. Krabs for how many years now?
I've lost count, to be honest.
All right. And why are you trying to steal the formula from Mr. Krabs?
To make better Krabby Patties.
Better Krabby Patties prepared by your robot wife, correct?
Correct.
And how much do you pay her? You pay her. You do pay her. Oh, no.
My goodness, Squidward!
You can sit down. All right. Rouge the Bat. You've been a thief for how long?
A while.
A while. What are some of the biggest scores you ever made?
Definitely taking the Master Emerald.
All right. And we won't include Knuckles. The biggest score of all. All right. So, what I have to say here is you don't steal just for yourself, sometimes for the greater good.
That is correct.
And
I do work for the government on occasion.
Exactly. The government, the health department, who commissioned Rouge the Bat to take the formula to stop Mr. Krabs from poisoning the people of Bikini Bottom, who also woefully underpays his employees. I think the writing's on the wall here, folks, that Mr. Krabs should be put out of business, and the only restaurant I want to see him at is the Red Lobster.
I got one question for Rouge the Bat.
Go ahead.
Do you have a Sonic OC?
Don't answer that. Do not. Sonic, Christian, get out of here.
How many do you want to know about?
No further questions.
Closing statements.
Closing statements. All right. The health department, the last bastion between justice and a hurt tummy, you know? Who here has had a hurt tummy before? It's a hard way to start the day. You are so brave being here right now with a hurt tummy, all right? And you want to know who's responsible for that hurt tummy? Mr. Krabs! Boo this crab! Boo! I say we boil him up with some butter and call it a day. I rest my case.
By a raise of hands, who likes money?
Money.
I'm gonna count that as everybody in here. Mr. Krabs likes money, just like the rest of us, all right? That's all it boils down to. And when one...
I like money too, I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, I do too. Folks, this is the pursuit of happiness we're talking about. Don't take that away from Mr. Krabs. I rest my case.
All right. Those in favor of Mr. Krabs. Those in favor of Rouge the Bat. The Krusty Krab is shutting down.
Wait!
And today will go down as the day that Krabs fries.
Yeah!
Yes!
Folks, that is Cartoon Court. Thank you, Rouge the Bat. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Thank you, Judge Paleosteno. Lawyer ACRacebest, Bailiff Jaxblade, Iowa Saul Goodman, and thank you to our esteemed jury. Thank you so much. We got a bad movie panel at 8:30, I think, in this room, right?
Yep.
All right, that's it for the panel, folks. Thanks for joining us. Have a great con. We'll catch you around. And thank you for the cosplayers who joined. Thank you so much for making that happening. You all are amazing.